They said they don't let you go in anywhere here in Hoosier.
This week we're in southern Hoosier National Forest looking for dispersed camping, which turns out to be more challenging than we expected. Welcome to Adventures with Heckenback. Next two videos will share with you some of the camping opportunities we found in southern Hoosier National Forest. In this video, we'll focus on dispersed campsites, including maps of the areas where we found some. And in the next one, we'll share some of the Forest Service campgrounds with you. Hoosier National Forest is in the southern part of Indiana, so south of Indianapolis, and it's the scattered green parcels of public land that you see here on the map. Since we live in northern Indiana, most of the camping we do in Hoosier National Forest is in this northernmost part around the Brown County area. There's a decent chunk of forest land here, and it's pretty easy to find dispersed camping. We usually find a site right here in the center of this area. There are a lot of them, and they're not very difficult to find. Today, though, since we were coming back from Kentucky, we decided we wanted to explore this southern area of Hoosier National Forest, which we've never camped in before. We have backpacked and camped in the Obannon Woods State Park, but we've never explored this patch of Hoosier National Forest here. We had a goal of seeing whether we could find any dispersed camping here, and we found that it was pretty difficult. We set up our camp at this Buzzard's Roost recreation area, and then we set out to explore. If anyone watching has more experience with this southern part of Hoosier and has tips for finding dispersed camping there, please share them in the comments below. When we're looking for dispersed camping, we usually start with either Gaia or on X-Off Road. So this is Gaia here, and you can see the dark green are the National Forest land, and then the lighter green is private land. So over here on the right is the road into Buzzard's Roost. And what we're looking for is places like this where it appears that there may be a Forest Service road or two-track kind of road going into a forest area. These trails are usually horse or hiking trails. So here is the same map on X. Again, here is the road into Buzzard's Roost. Here are those hiking or horse trails, and then here is that same trail here. On X actually shows private ownership land, so it shows it a little bit differently. In some cases, it makes it a little bit easier to see the boundaries between the Forest Service and the private land. So what we've discovered in Hoosier, in the southern part of Hoosier, is that it is a lot more interspersed with public land. There's not quite as big a chunks of national forest land. And so you do have to be really careful to be aware of where you're at and that you're not on private land. So what we found, though, here in Hoosier as well, is that a lot of the places where it appears there's a Forest Service road going into a chunk of national forest land were often closed or, in a few cases, appeared to be non-existent anymore. And again, when we're talking about dispersed camping, in this case, we're talking about vehicle accessible dispersed camping as opposed to backpacking into a dispersed camping site. Hoosier refers to this as roadside camping, and the rules are that you have to stay within 125 feet of the road, and you should camp at established sites whenever possible. This is the area we're headed into right now to see if we can find any dispersed camping.
And then back into forest again. like there could be a parking area or something on the road. Oh, right there. I see a gate on the side, but I don't know. You can go back there. I don't know what's back there. We'll find out. May just be trail access. Again.
We could see on the map that this was a parking area for the German Ridge Trail, but we were hoping maybe it went back in a little further and there would be a dispersed campsite there. Unfortunately, there wasn't. Hoosier National Forest says that you shouldn't camp at trailheads. We have seen people do it before, but we would only do it in a pinch.
That should be forest land. Yeah, that we could go back check that out. Do a Yui.
That trailhead we were just at is right up here. Now we're down here and we saw this little road here, thinking this might be some dispersed camping. As we turned onto the road though, and we got a better idea of where we were at on the GPS, we realized that this is probably going back to private property.
Yeah, we're in forest land.
On X, we could see that there is some kind of access to this private land back here. So now, in theory, technically, we're on Forest Service land, so we should be able to camp there. But we tend to err on the side of caution when it comes to private land. We don't want to run into any issues with anybody being angry that we're there.
Well, now this is getting close to private property. There is a little square private property back that way. I don't know what this is behind us. Does it keep going back there?
That kind of, there's somebody's dumped fence posts
Down in
stuff.
there.
Yeah. Doesn't look like it goes anywhere.
Yeah, it's hard to tell for sure with it because the arrow's like spinning. There's a little square of private property back in here somewhere.
Onyx was giving us the most detail in this situation. We thought we were turning on this road. It appears, however, this is where we were. We didn't see either of these two roads here shown on the map. And even though this area that we backed into seems to be Forest Service land, there were some building supplies dumped back there. And it was just a little questionable. So again, we would avoid an area like this unless we were desperate. So from this area up here, we headed down German Ridge Road because it looked like there were a few places here that were promising.
Okay, there'll be a turnoff coming up here, German Ridge Trailhead, Tree Farm Road.
Left or right?
We turned on Tree Farm Road to head back into this area. We could see on Gaia that there is a gate here, but we thought we may find some dispersed camping back here since the trail is a little ways away from where the gated area is. We knew it was kind of a long shot, but we thought it was worth taking a look.
94. This was someplace where it looked like there could maybe be places to camp, dispersed camp. It's a dead-end road. It goes back a ways. There is an actual tree farm here. Tree farm. Yep, certified tree farm. That's the tree farmhouse. So, end of the road. Well, not really, huh?
Yep.
I mean, so again, in theory, you could camp here.
This is another one we wouldn't camp at because it's so close to the house. There was line of sight between this parking area and the house. We checked out a few more of the roads in this area, which were all a bust. And then we stopped at the German Ridge campground, which we'll share in the next video. We decided to jump down to this next little area further south, right on the Ohio River. So we turned on 66 and then onto Highwater Road and started looking for some dispersed campsites down here. Down here, we would have a little bit better luck.
This is all Forest Service over here. Well, right now both sides are, but there's another piece of private property up here on the left, I think it is. There's a house down there. There's something down there. Okay, so we're not going to turn right. We're going to go straight.
Some peanut butter.
Peanut butter. Oh, so nice and peaceful. Back in here, there's a... Yeah, looks like maybe...
Sign there.
It's not a sign, it's just a piece of wood, like a tabletop. Unless you're seeing something else.
Right there. I saw with one right beside you.
Yeah.
Signs.
Somebody has camped here. Pot lake. Pot pond. Not really a lake. Dead pool.
Gas and water. No way to get out.
So yeah, could looks like. Obviously, we've got a few required beer cans, liquor bottle. Looks like. Used to be a road there. Blocked off. Yeah, I can see that on here. on Gaia. So really, like, you can camp anywhere as long as you're not blocking the road. You're not supposed to, like, establish new fire pits. You're supposed to try to camp where there's... Oh, look, stop. Back up, back up. Pictures. Pictures. Oh, my goodness.
Nope, too late.
I wonder if we got them on the camera.
No.
Oh, my goodness. Huh.
Give me the camera.
Oh, wait, I just turned it off. Wait, it's not on. It's not on. Oh, now it's on.
Jesus Christ.
That was so cool. If we hadn't stopped, they would have probably stayed there. Just standing back there. I'm like, why are you bothering us?
I'm not. I'm trying to make you YouTube famous.
That was really cool. I don't know if the regular camera, if the dash camera got it, was able to see that far or not. That was pretty cool, though.
Sorry to bother. Carry on. We were gonna hurt you. Nothing to be afraid of. Big turkeys.
What's that right there? Just a pull off?
Blocked off full drive of some sort.
Okay.
Path.
Yeah, I see that on Gaia here. Where there's a little spot. Yeah, there's a berm. I see.
Yeah, looks like it's
Been blocked off. Could be a camp place to camp down there. Who knows, right? Down in front of that rock wall. Some rock walls over here.
turn on.
So here's yeah, you could go back in here. It's something. I can see it on Gaia too.
Goes on always.
I don't know that it goes very far. It looks like, I mean, it shows like a little tiny short piece of trail. And there's a marker, but I would say just campsite. So yeah, it looks like maybe there's a little bit of a trail. Okay, unlock this one. Mind your way.
Mm-mm.
So we found several potential dispersed campsites on Highwater Road south of Millstone. On X, you can see the little green pieces of trail here. Each of those had the potential to be a dispersed campsite.
Getting off, bro.
We'll go straight. We're not gonna go fast. Oop, that one is paved though. Not in there. Little cliffs. Now we're getting out of DNR property.
No what? No more forestry land.
We're getting close to Tobinsport. We're down in that little dongle where the Ohio River makes a little, the state of Indiana has a little dongle.
I described it as something else, but I decided that wasn't appropriate for a YouTube video. So now we're headed into this little area down here, and we're going to cut back up into the national forest on this dead-end road.
The people that live down here might not appreciate that metaphor. What a beautiful place to live, though.
Got purple trees and stuff like that.
So, yeah, now we're getting into Tobinsport. So, like I said, you can turn left and we can go see if there's an actual port. Houses right on the Ohio. Reed's Lane, no trespassing. Oh, they're way down there. Wow, look at that tree.
Yeah.
Look, it's still leafing out. Oh, it's, no, is it a willow? Maybe a willow. There's another one up there down.
I'll watch the road.
Okay, you watch the road.
There we go.
Yeah.
House up my way. Couple maybe. House and garage.
Ooh, going up. So this whole, oh, that's a little sketchy. Private property with a fancy gate there. House with a gate there. be fun coming down. Oh, ice. Did you see the, is this the end of the, no, okay, the road keeps going. That's pretty cool.
Bear hunting.
Oh, maybe it's not that cool. I don't know. Like it's a cool gate. So now we're back in Forest Service. See where this goes.
Oh.
Hello. Campsite. Whoops. Is there anybody in there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is there somebody in there? You think you can go past him?
Good.
See if there's anything down there. Oh, don't get stuck. They looking at you like, what are you doing? Why didn't you stop and talk to him?
You said don't get stuck.
Oh.
I was going to.
Oh, okay.
But then you said don't get stuck.
We're almost back to the other road, but it's probably way up there. Yep.
After we got turned around, we stopped here for a little while to have lunch. There were a few places along this road where it looked like people had camped as well. And you could probably camp down here at this end once you got turned back around.
Would you like me to get the cheddar cheese out of the cooler?
Maybe. Whoppers in here too.
Mmm. I didn't know there were still Whoppers.
Yeah, they're getting kind of melty.
Whoppers are one of Tim's favorite candies, after Reese's, of course. After lunch, we decided to go check out some more of the Forest Service campgrounds to see what they were like. And along the way, we took in some of the attractions this area of Indiana has to offer as well. In the next video, we'll share with you our visits to the Forest Service campgrounds and give you some tours. Then in the video after that, we'll show you some of the attractions we discovered. We hope you found something useful in this video. Again, it seems to us that dispersed camping is difficult to find in this particular part of Hoosier National Forest. If you're more experienced with this area and you have suggestions for other areas to look in, please share those in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.